Okay, we're back in the closet, ready to have a little bit of fun.
You were
there
red.
Something wrong?
You were red.
That's because I'm loud.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of fun.
Try not to be red.
We have our TikTokers on board with us tonight. They gave us the topics tonight. So we are going to get rolling. First topic to start off is weird food pairings. Jeff, do you pair any two foods together that you might find odd or that one might find odd?
No.
Are you sure? I really feel like tonight's pizza was odd.
You know, I was going to go there because
Yeah.
I don't know if that might be considered odd.
I think it's a little bit odd. Do you have a scrap piece of paper? Can I have this?
Yeah, I needed to pay my renewal for my insurance license so I can get paid.
Oh, should I write on something else?
No, I'll do it online. Just
Okay.
don't throw it away. Chris, I don't know if you've had this pies and pints, but of course tonight we did pies and pints. Like you said, we always do pies and pints.
Right.
But I got the grape and gorgonzola cheese.
Gorgonzola.
And I think the grape, the purple grapes,
Purple grapes.
they're excellent on pizza. Some people don't like fruit on pizza. Some people don't like pineapple.
I don't either. I don't like fruit on pizza. I'm not a big pineapple on pizza fan. If I were at a party and they had a bunch of pizza there and it all had pineapple on it, I would eat it. I would probably pick the pineapple off. It's not that I can't stand it, but it's just not something I would order ever. Someone on TikTok said cottage cheese and applesauce.
That's disgusting.
Okay, I don't like cottage cheese, period. So I don't
I
mind.
hate cottage cheese.
I wouldn't even. You're probably not even an applesauce person, is it?
I'll eat applesauce.
You'll eat applesauce.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to just eat applesauce just out of the blue. I mean, but it tastes good because it's basically like sugar, right? It's like a.
Well, I mean, it's. I think some people are bothered by the texture and the consistency of applesauce, and I get that because it's like the chunk and the smooth. I get that a little bit with applesauce. I'm not a huge applesauce fan because it's the two, like I just said, it's the two consistencies together. It's like a little bit of chunk and a little bit of liquid. Putting it together doesn't go right in my mouth. I don't feel like that's what she said.
I'm trying to think of some other pairings.
Somebody said peanut butter and pickles, which is no.
That's foul.
No.
That's weird. I know there's a lot of cravings when women are pregnant, or else they act like it.
Well, that's what somebody said.
I was kidding about that.
That's what I was gonna say. Somebody asked me that on TikTok if I had any weird cravings when I was pregnant, and I really don't feel like I had any weird cravings. I had cravings, but they weren't like weird, like peanut butter and pickles. Somebody said strawberries and Philly cream cheese. Marcus, I don't know about all that.
That the wires are crossed.
I'm feeling. They make cream cheese frosting.
Right.
So that might be okay on strawberries, but
Well, yeah, that works, right? I don't like cream cheese stuff, but yeah. It's more of a dessert type cheese, right?
right. I feel like so. John says his wife craved lobster and jalapeno poppers. I mean, that seems reasonable.
I could do that one.
That seems reasonable. I craved a lot of cereal when I was pregnant.
And Snickers.
And Snickers.
And
oh my
slushies.
gosh. I craved a lot of bad stuff when I was pregnant. That's why I gained so much weight. But any other weird cravings? I mean, not weird cravings, but weird pairings of food that you can think of. Maybe that you don't like, but that you know of someone else who does or you've heard of. What was one that I was thinking? When they brought this up earlier today, I was thinking of one. I don't remember what it was. Well, shoot. I don't remember. Peanut butter and pickles is coming up a lot on this TikTok stream. Fries dipped in Frosties. That's one that you do.
The first thing on that.
Peanut butter and pickles. Fries dipped in Frosties, Jeff. Weigh in on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fries dipped in Frosties. Preferably, I like the McDonald's fries dipped in a vanilla cone from McDonald's.
I think that's a little
If I
strange.
could get a cone, a vanilla cone, and hot fries, those two just like do something for me. So that might be weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Somebody said butter and Pop-Tarts. That's Jeff's thing. Jeff likes butter
That's
on his Pop-Tarts.
Anybody new here? If you haven't had butter the back of your Pop-Tarts, your life will be changed. You can thank me later. I promise you. Unbelievable. I've said it a million times. It makes the Pop-Tart. You got to get the Pop-Tart nice and crisp. And then you butter the back of it ever so gently. And then oh, it's so good.
Oh my gosh. Somebody just said chocolate and black licorice. I don't like black licorice anyway. Try Chick-fil-A fries and a shake. Thank you later. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any weird pairings of food. Do I? I don't think I do.
No. Well, like...
I like to take yogurt and peanut butter, but I mean, that's not odd. Like I take a little bit of vanilla yogurt and a little bit of peanut butter on the same spoon and I put it together and I marry it up in my mouth.
What about chocolate and avocado?
Chocolate and avocado. I've never tried it and I don't think I would, but I like both of those things.
You do have some weird pairings.
I do?
You do the hummus and the freaking pepperoni.
I love turkey pepperoni dipped in hummus.
Turkey
Yes.
pepperoni dipped in hummus, people.
You guys try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
I tried it. It's not good.
So good. I could have some right now. No, I couldn't. My stomach actually is kind of hurting. But I like the spicy hummus and the turkey pepperoni. It is so good. But I think that's really, I'm not really exotic when it comes to my food. I'm pretty basic when it comes to food. Pretty basic.
That was an Elvis Presley one.
What?
Bananas and bacon.
Bananas and bacon. No, thank you. Again, I like both of them, but...
Not together.
who was it that you were talking to somebody, was it John, maybe, on our TikTok about the Elvis pancakes that had bacon and banana on them, right?
Yes, that John made. They were on his Instagram.
Yeah. I'm not lying. I probably would try that. It's so odd that it might actually be good. Peanut butter, bacon, and bananas, somebody says. Grapes and peanut butter. God, peanut butter is a weird pairing for anything other than jelly, I feel like, and yogurt. Because peanut butter is such a strong, like, flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we can move on if you want to.
Well, wait, what's this? Has anybody ever done this? Cranch?
Cranch.
Mixing ketchup and ranch?
Has anybody ever mixed ketchup and ranch together?
Has anybody done that?
Well, somebody said peanut butter and apples. Yes, I'll go with that. Frozen grapes with peanut butter. Pickles and curry. Pickles with nothing. I'm not a pickle girl.
She is not a pickle girl.
Interesting.
Very.
Grilled watermelon and sea salt.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I don't like my fruit hot. Unless it's a peach cobbler. And even then, I'm stretching it. You know what I'm saying?
Blackberry cobbler, peach cobbler.
Yeah. So, I mean, a cobbler, I guess, is okay. But I'm not really into hot fruit.
I got to remember that on cheat day, we have to get a cobbler and vanilla ice cream.
I mean, for you, yeah, sure.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
We'll
for
do
me.
it. We'll do it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's move topics. Okay, we talked about that for a while. We're gonna move on topics to weird piercings. All right. So we have ear piercings, obviously, nose piercings, eyebrow piercings, lip piercings, tongue piercings. What are some weird piercings? What you want me close to the mic? You want me away from
No,
the
I
mic?
don't. I
you
want
me close to the
No,
mic.
not
you want
close.
Me
I
away.
just want the direction of your voice going at the mic so that it sounds right on the podcast.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you just get a new co-host?
I can't.
Why?
Because you're the best there is. But I'm allowed to give you some direction every once in a while.
Maybe I should talk like this.
Maybe we should switch spots.
Maybe.
Actually.
I really feel like that would make me uncomfortable. I like to sit on this side.
Well, then maybe we should put the camera over here.
I need to see it.
You will see it just like I see it.
Tongue. I think I don't like tongue piercings, to be honest.
I hear they're fun.
I hear they're fun too. I wouldn't know, but I don't really know how well I like tongue piercings. I know that people get like, what is it called when they get a piercing that goes through the top of their cartilage and come down through here. It looks really painful.
Tiger King has it.
Tiger King would.
He has it. He has them all the way down.
No. I know he has tons of them down here.
Oh.
But no, you know what I'm talking about. What is it called, you guys? Help me out. Is it called a
gauge?
A gauge.
Oh, that's the big round ones.
What's it called? Industrial piercing? Is it industrial? Where it starts here and it comes all the way and it goes through the other side. Somebody will answer me in a minute. I think those are weird. I think it looks like it would really, really hurt. The
that I have are my ears and my nose. And my nose is not doing well. I got my nose pierced back in
2019.
No, I did. Yeah, it was 2019, but it was the summer.
August. I got it pierced and it healed and it did okay. And then I went and got a hoop put in. And after I did that, I have a keloid. And now the keloid is still there. It's getting better. Do you see it's getting better? I know it's bleeding a little bit, but I think that's
great.
good because I think it's
good.
getting some stuff out.
I think it's letting out some of the bad.
Piercings and me do not go well together. I don't heal well. I tried to get my cartilage pierced up here twice. And both times it got infected. Now my nose didn't get infected, but it's having a hard time healing.
Right.
You had your what pierced?
Hey, what about the weird piercings?
What is that? What is that? Spoon Papa? I don't know. I don't know anything about piercings. Mandible? What's that? I probably should know. To answer your question,
we'll be back in a minute, podcast listeners.
Came on. They want to know what it is too.
What is?
A mandible. What is that? I've heard of it.
A mandible?
Yes.
I've never heard of a mandible ever. Nor have I heard of a keloid.
And what is a tragus? Somebody had that pierced. Anyway, my piercings don't always heal well, I've learned. But I will say, if I end up having to take this nose ring out, I will get it pierced on the other side because I do like how it
looks.
Yes, I do like how it looks.
Yeah.
So there we go.
What about some other weird piercings?
Will you look up this word, tragus? You guys are using... You know, I don't speak Spanish, Baxter. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is, Blair. tragus. That's a piercing.
TRA.
Oh,
what am I looking up?
It's right here. It's where it's the part of your ear where it connects to your head.
That's what that's called.
And I think that it is supposed to help with migraines. Right? I think it's supposed to help with migraines. Yeah, somebody said people get their private parts pierced.
That's where I was going.
I'm no good on that. I'm a no-go. I'm not about that life. I'm not playing that game. There's only a few people that are going in that area, and that is my husband and my doctor. And my doctor only when needed, only when necessary, once a year.
Yes, I made the cut.
But I kind of drag that out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like
way too long.
Like I'm way past due.
You got problems. You got to get back in there.
I was supposed to go to the Coochie Coo doctor this month. Well, Rona decided otherwise.
Yes.
I don't feel like it's an essential doctor visit that I need to go to.
Probably not.
It's important and I need to go because I'm way past due. But yeah, nobody's piercing me there. not many people are going to go there.
Where they pierce men on the ball sack and on the shaft, right? Do they go in through the hole?
Oh.
Isn't there one on the, like, don't they do that kind of thing? Who does that? Who's the one that does that piercing, and what's it cost? Because I think that would be one
that hurts me even thinking about it.
But not only would it hurt, but it would not be fun to do if you're the guy doing it or the girl doing it.
Would you not feel uncomfortable as a piercer piercing someone's private area?
Depends on the culprit.
You can't pick and choose. A woman cannot come into you as a piercer and say, I want my coochie coo pierced. And you're like,
well, you can.
By the looks of you, probably not.
Do that here.
Or maybe you start the process and there's some sort of type of way, something happening down there. Or something? And you're like, ma'am, you're going to have to close that up and I have to go. My wife's calling or something. I mean, you can't just pick and choose, right? You have to just go with it. Like if she wants it pierced, she wants it pierced.
Oh, ma'am.
So anyway,
if you don't mind, I'm going to spray.
I know, right? I know. Anyway, any other weird piercings you want to talk about? Jeff, any? I think we've covered them all.
I mean, I'm sure there's others.
I know that one place that I think is kind of cool is your eyebrow. Getting your eyebrow pierced. It's not. I feel like that would.
The old eyebrow piercing.
Industrial piercing. I think that's what it's called when it goes through the top and out through the bottom. Somebody said industrial. I think that's what that was. And I think that looks really painful. And I think I'd probably have a hard time healing from that.
Yeah.
What's next on the list? What are we talking about next?
Bucket list.
Bucket list.
It says trucker jokes, but I don't know. There's no truck.
No,
we can't tell any jokes
No.
of something we don't know anything about.
No.
So
let's move on to
bucket list.
Bucket list.
Which we just did recently.
We did do this recently. What did I say though? There was when we talked about it a little bit ago, a few weeks ago. I really didn't have much on my bucket list. But then 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 my bucket list.
Did you remember me saying that?
I do remember you saying that.
We were talking to someone on a podcast guest. Oh, that's gonna bug me. I don't remember. Do you have anything on your bucket list? Other than traveling, because I feel like everybody has a bucket list, and it has traveling on there.
Yeah, there's places I want to see.
Somebody said Egypt is on their bucket list.
I would love to see Egypt. Egypt would be fantastic. That's definitely on my bucket list as well. Egypt would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be.
To see those pyramids.
Yes.
And the culture would be really cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. Like as far as travel goes, I want to go to Hawaii. I know that's not like crazy.
Is there
as
anything
a bucket
crazy
list,
you want to do? Like anything like that's any daredevil stuff? Like something like skydiving or bungee jumping or maybe I don't know.
I used to be more daredevilish than I am now that I'm a mother. Before I had kids, I probably would have said yes, skydiving's on my bucket list, or yes, bungee jumping, or whatever it may be. But now I really don't have anything like that on my list that I would want to do. I honestly don't have a bucket list. That's horrible. I need to sit down and think of something. Do you? Other than travel, like exclude travel, because that's like everybody has a place they want to go ultimately.
I have several places. Okay, I want to see a game at Fenway Park. I want to see a game at Wrigley Field. I want to go to Chicago Bears Soldier Stadium. Like stuff like that is on my bucket list, which is really not. It's not impossible, right? It's doable. It's easier. It's not like Egypt. Egypt's a long shot, probably.
Right.
Also, I want to do DMT once.
What?
DMT.
What's that?
It's a hallucinogenic.
No, I don't approve of that.
It's
I don't
good
like
for
that.
you.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
There's no
it heals-
hallucinogenic that's good for you.
Oh,
No.
yes, it is. That's why it's
No, there's
legal
not.
in states. They're using
No.
it for therapy.
There's-
It heals. It can heal PTSD for soldiers. That's how they're healing them. They're using psychedelics, certain psychedelics. There's a ton of psychedelics, and some of them are very good for you if used in the proper dosage.
No, I disagree.
How? Do you have knowledge of these psychedelics? And how they
No, I
work?
don't, but I don't think they're good for you.
Well, why? That makes no sense.
Why can I not have an opinion?
Oh, you can have an opinion. I
Thank
just
you.
wondered if you knew anything about it enough to have an
No,
opinion.
I have an opinion because I don't think they're good for you. I think anything that alters your mind and state and makes you hallucinate is not great. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry. I know it's not your opinion. I know it's not Joe Rogan's opinion because whatever's on Joe Rogan is fact to Jeff.
No, it's not.
Is,
fact to
is
me.
Joe
It's
Rogan
not just Joe Rogan.
pro on hallucinogenics? Does he
Why
know what
Joe
he's
Rogan?
Because I
Why-
know that's where you're getting all this bull crap.
No,
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I disagree. I think
Actually,
that.
I heard it on Duncan Trussell's mostly.
Oh, well, that makes it so much better.
But
I need to hear from an actual medical doctor that yes,
Right.
you should do this. And you said it might be okay in a controlled amount. Who does that?
well,
what I thought.
you would want to go to a state where it's legal and a doctor that gives it to you.
I would like to see a doctor that gives you an hallucinogenic.
They give you a prescription
An
for
actual medical doctor, not some quack in a box.
I don't think a quack in the box has the medical ID or the medical license to actually subscribe.
I think that it's bad, and I think that you should not do them, and I would be very upset if you did.
Okay.
Like, very.
Should be upset.
Anyway, if that's on your bucket list,
Hey,
that's on your bucket list?
no. You marked it off the bucket list. Looks like we're going to mark one of my items off.
Well, you would mark one of my items off if it was going to possibly harm me or make me addicted to something. I think that you could become highly addicted to an hallucinogenic. Am I wrong?
I think so.
I think that you
Very
could.
much so.
Anyway, back to bucket
Yeah,
list.
I don't think they're addictive.
I don't want to do anything. They're not addictive.
It's
Anything
like
that
before we knew about pot. It's like we thought it's not addictive.
everything can be an addictive.
You know what I mean? It's not there's real addiction where you can't get away from it. Like you tried and now you're hooked and you can't get away.
I think a
Other
lot
than
of people
habit
get like
forming.
that. Okay, well we're just gonna disagree on this. I don't have any. And I feel really stupid. I
love this.
I feel really.
People are like, man, it's getting tense in there.
I
It's
feel
not.
really
It's fine.
stupid because I don't have a bucket list.
I don't have a big bucket list either.
We need to make one.
We do.
But I don't
we
even
need
know what
to,
I'd want to put on it, and that's really bad. And that's where it shows that I am a basic person.
Well, it's not necessarily bad. I don't think it's bad at all. I think you're. I don't know. I just don't think you sit around and fantasize about something you don't have, or that you want to do that you can't.
Here's
do.
the thing.
So I think that if somebody said, "What would you do?" You'd be like, then you'd probably start really thinking, "What do I want to do? I got the opportunity to do it now," versus. Or maybe it works the other. Maybe you have the means to where you can do the things on your bucket list, and you've got to organize it. So you got to put a list together.
I think if I had a bucket list, it would stress me out because I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I got this," because I'm a list person, right?
She needs to mark it off.
I think the point of a bucket list is to go, I really want to do this stuff in my lifetime, and I think some of it should be attainable, and some of it should be like, I'm really gonna have to work to do this, right? I think.
Yeah.
I think that some of a bucket list should actually be attainable, because that's where the problem lies with me in making a bucket list, because I believe that you need to make goals that are both big goals that are like, wow, that would really be something, right? But you also have to make goals that you know that you can attain, you know what I mean? And I think making a bucket list is just too stressful for me to do. Period.
No bucket list. So
I did not. I want to make one, but I don't really know that it's in my cards.
In your cards.
I'm just saying. But I thought there was something on a podcast before where I said add this to my the one thing that's going to go on my bucket list, and I cannot remember
Well, we
what
did,
it was.
but you never added it.
But I can't even remember what it was.
Because you don't have a list, so you didn't add it.
Yeah.
That's why you have lists, so you don't forget the things. But
Right.
a real bucket list item is something that probably we don't forget.
I know that on my bucket list, I would like to go to a Maroon 5 concert as well as a Justin Timberlake concert. Is that stupid? Like, people are like, I want to go skydiving, I want to go parasailing, I want to go to Egypt. I'm like, I want to go see Justin.
No. I think it's what you want.
Well, I don't know.
It's difficult to happen. Difficult to make happen.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. What about this? Okay, we talked about this a little bit with somebody at Tiger King. Who'd we talk to about
We
this?
talked to Storm.
Storm. We talked to Storm about it. We'll talk a little teeny bit about it because we have now. Are we caught up? I mean, we're not caught up, but are we done with it?
We are not done with it. I think we'll be done with it tonight.
Okay.
Then we start watching Curb again.
We'll talk about this one more time, and then we're not going to talk about it anymore. In a nutshell, it's really not that great of a show. That's how I'm summing it up. If I were to...
It's fascinating from a crazy people standpoint. It's fun to watch crazy people.
If you like to just be like, huh? Wait, what? Then it's good, but it's not that great. It's overrated. The hype is too much. But TikTok has definitely, I don't want to use the word profited from it, but really has blown up with it.
Well, I think it has profited from TikTok, probably. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, people are probably flocking to it because of TikTok.
I would have never known about it, I don't think, if it wouldn't have been for TikTok.
You would have. Yeah, you would have.
Eventually.
The first place I heard about it was when this first started. It was at the beginning of this. And I had a group text with my work people, and they said, we need to come up with shows to watch as an office. So let's start watching the Tiger King. And I was like, what's the Tiger King? And they're like, you don't know what the Tiger King is? And I was like, no. So I didn't know what it was. And the first thought was it was what it was, like actual documentaries of people with big cats. But I didn't know it went to the depths of craziness, like people that are nuts. All these people that deal with cats, large cats, are crazy people. You know what I mean? I never realized that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's one of those things like we're invested now and we want to see it through, or we don't have to. But it's not great.
Well, we're going to see it through if we only have one more episode.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it was overhyped.
I think it was way overhyped. But the thing is, I kind of wanted to watch it just because I wanted to be able to weigh in on conversations. I wanted to be able to have a say when everybody's talking about it. That's why I watched it. And when I found out there was only 7 episodes, I was okay with it. If there would have been... When I found out there was only 7 episodes, I was like, all right, I can do this. If there would be any more than that, I probably would cash out because you've seen one crazy cat lover, you've seen them all, in my opinion. Kitty cat meow meow, kitty cat lake. Right? Am I right?
You're so right.
Well, I cashed in on it for TikTok. I did a Carol Baskins TikTok because somebody called me Carol Baskins one day because I was wearing leopard pants and I was like, well, I'm gonna do this thing then, and I did one and
Yeah, it's an entertaining show. It's watchable and it's a good show. It's just the hype. But I like talking about it more than I like the show, really.
Well, it's given me weird dreams about animals chasing me. Okay, I told you about the one night the bobcats were chasing me in the house and the horse's head. Well, last night, there's nothing to do with Tiger King, but I think it has the premise of animals in attacking. And it was what appeared to be a flying miniature dinosaur. A flying lizard is really what it looked like. It was like a lizard with wings flying, and it kept flying. It's making me shiver. It kept flying at my head in my dreams. Why are you looking at me like that? He gives me these looks.
You're telling a story. I'm watching you shiver.
It's because I opened up this cage thing, and what I thought I was...
Why would you open the cage?
Well, because I didn't know animals were in the cage, and I thought my phone was in there.
You thought your phone was in the cage?
I thought my phone...
And you didn't think animals were in the cage.
Right. I thought my phone dropped down in this cage thing, and I didn't... It wasn't where you could see through it. It was more like a box.
Oh, it was more like a box.
It was more like a box. You couldn't see in it. There was no glass.
In real life, you never would have stuck your hand in a box you couldn't see in.
Heck no.
You would never.
I don't care if my phone was in there or
That's the weird thing
not.
about dreams is that you do things that you know in real life you'd never do.
Right. So I thought my phone was in there, and I opened it up, and and it was like this, like, what are those animals called that Nate had?
Oh, the bearded dragon?
A bearded dragon, but it was a bigger bearded dragon.
Iguana?
It was like the size of a small cat, so to speak, like really. And it like out at me. I was like, ah! And then this thing flew out that was like a lizard with wings or a small dinosaur with wings, whichever. And it started flying like throughout the room like a bat would, like, you know, unpredictable, like real jerky movements. And it kept coming at me. And I'm like, damn it, do you have my phone? That's all I could think. It's like, I didn't have my phone. I was panicking that my phone was still in the box, and there was a reptile with wings chasing me. And I blame all this on Carol Baskins, is what I do. I blame it all on her because of her stupid show, and I just can't do it. I can't watch it before bed.
That's the only time we watch anything.
And what's his name? Erotic? What's his? Joey Erotic? Those two people have caused me nightmares.
Joe Erotic, I think.
And I did not do hallucinogenics before bed. That was just me.
She's doing some hallucinogenics before bed.
That was just me on Tiger King, watching Tiger King and wine. I recommend that you do not watch Tiger King and drink any alcohol, or you may have dreams of reptiles with wings chasing you. You just might.
It's possible.
You just might. That's all
But
I know.
you might anyway just listen to this tonight. To be honest. Just listening to this, you might have some pop into your head.
Here's the thing, too. I was surprised. A while back, I'll tell this very abbreviated. I'm not even going to tell the whole story. A while back, before Tiger King, right? Was this before Tiger King? I had my white tiger with black stripes dream.
Yes.
It was before.
Way before.
It was way before Tiger King, so it had nothing to do with Tiger King. Long story short, I had this dream about this white tiger with black stripes. Okay, I'm not going to say the specifics of the dream. It was a really kind of crazy, weird dream. That the animal wasn't attacking me. It was very calm. White tiger, black stripes. Had the dream. All right. A couple weeks later, my mom brought me some pictures over that was in her attic of like middle school, high school, and a college. And it was just friends, pictures of me and Jeff, prom pictures, college pictures, that kind of thing. Out of the middle of nowhere in these pictures, there's no other pictures of animals, not even any pictures of dogs. No animal in these pictures at all. I'm like, holy crap. There was a picture of just a white tiger with black stripes. And I was like, what the what? And I showed Jeff. And I pulled it out and I put it on this little clipboard because it meant something. I know it. Well, last night on the show, Tiger King, I saw a white tiger with black stripes. And I thought for sure I'd have the dream again last night, but I didn't. I dreamed about
crazy.
A dinosaur with wings, a miniature one that flies like a bat. So anyway, that's that.
Which is why we're having the corona, right? The situation because some idiot ate a bat, and now we have coronavirus.
Right.
Is that why?
I don't think that's why, but okay.
That's
if you
not why
go
you
with
had
it.
the dream.
No, I don't think that's why we have the coronavirus.
Yeah, that's why.
Because somebody ate
In
a bat.
China, yeah, a guy ate the bat. He got it. He spread it. Isn't that what happened, people?
No, that's a hearsay. That's because people want something else crazy to talk about.
It's happened.
No, it's to get us off
Somebody
what really
was
happened.
Hungry. What really happened?
I don't know.
I
It's
like
a conspiracy.
This. Conspiracies.
They're like this happened, and we can't let the people know that it happened. So let's just say somebody ate a bat.
Those humans are idiots. Let's tell them a bat was eaten by some dumb guy in China, and then he passed it on because it's extremely contagious.
They don't want us to know what really happened.
They don't want us to know that it's. I'm not even going to say it.
We're simpletons, and they're like, just tell them somebody ate a bat, they'll buy it.
It's
like we're the
population
toddlers.
control. It's like that time in this is the first part of the century where they're like, okay, we need to sweep the planet and wipe some people out so we can get this world population under control. And then we'll be good for 40, 50 years.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
do it again.
it's just like we're the toddlers of the universe. You know how you tell your toddler anything and it can be so bizarre? It's like if you don't go to bed, tiny little Martians from Mars are going to come down and tickle you until you fall asleep, and then they're going to believe
That's
it.
creepy.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what they told us.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at all if my mom told me some shit like that.
If your mom told you, if you don't go to sleep,
Jesus
some tiny
hell.
some tiny Martians from Mars are going to come and tickle you until you fall asleep. I would be fast asleep.
I would be
like,
in my
I'm going to
bed like this, like scared to death. Are you kidding me? Jeez.
Oh my gosh, I've had enough. I am not on, in fact, any type of hallucinogenic.
Angie's on hallucinogens, marijuana, cigarettes, and wine mixed with vodka.
I am on nothing but
Gin and tonic.
being locked up in a house. That's my hallucinogenic. I don't need a
Look at all that.
hallucinogenic.
Look at that shoulder game. Ooh.
Quit looking at my shoulders.
Nothing like a shoulder to get you worked up.
Anyway, okay, that's all. We're done here on this podcast for tonight. So that was a good one.
We're done. We got in a little spat over hallucinogens. No longer on my bucket list.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
All right.